HRIS. All right. Yep. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Yep. Yes. Can you hear me clearly? Can you type sa chat box if you can hear me clearly? Sa mga audience natin. Good afternoon, Kyla. Yes. Can you hear me clearly? Kindly type clear if you can hear me clearly. Great. Yan. Clear. Clear from Rachel, Matthew. Great. Si Kyle. All right. Sige, sige. We're very, very excited. And just to check, no, as of now we have 63 attendees. Yan, clear. Very, very good. All right. Sige, I can see a lot of clear and it's a great, great news, no, na naririnig niyo ako mabuti. All right, sige. So time check, it's already 2:01. So I think this is the best time for us to start, no? And it's a good thing that you have acknowledged na naririnig niyo ako mabuti. All right, sige. So thank you for attending our free webinar for today, and very very excited again for in doing this. No, it took me siguro a long time again before I had this kind of webinar. No, so to start things off, no, let me first introduce kung sino po yung pinaka-host ninyo for today. So again, I will be your host. No, so I'm Alan Olalia. And to some of you maybe knows me I've been doing webinars, free webinars, and I've been doing yung mga we've been helping yung HR and finance market by doing free webinars, no? To some of you maybe you have attended yung different technologies na I have conducted, no? So again, our goal is very very simple. We wanted to help the market, make sure that they are really informed, and at the same time educate the market. So yun yung pinaka main goal ko. When I started po yung journey na to, that's way nung nagsimula yung pandemic, no. So basically I I I made sure na sabi ko, hey, I think this is the best time to help the market, HR market, and inform them what are the relevant information or what are the relevant technologies out there that can help them, no. So again, I'm Alan Olalia. I will be your host for today, and I'm very very excited for this webinar kasi this is another step to innovation, no. And this is another step wherein we are really here to help you guys by informing you, no, with the right information, no. So I'm very very excited. And at the same time, normally when I do conduct webinars, I wanted to address kung ano ba yung gusto nating isolve, no, for today, no. And to some of you who are new here, no, we wanted first to solve yung number one, how do we address yung manual tedious process of the payroll and timekeeping, no. Maybe to some of here are already a user of hire solution, or maybe to some of you bagong-bago sa inyo, no, and you are siguro ikaw yung tipo na medyo alam mo yun, alanganin pa ako eh. I don't know if that's the right solution, no? And you are gathering more information, no? And this webinar, that's the promise for this webinar, no? I wanna make sure na mabigay namin yung right info sa inyo. And then at the same time, syempre we wanted to address also, how do we address yung employee financial wellness, no? So medyo bago-bago yon, but later in our discussion, we're gonna address that, no? Lalong-lalo na ngayon in times of this pandemic, no, o yung situation natin right now, how do we address yung financial wellness ng mga employees natin? Aside from solving the problem of the manual tedious payroll and timekeeping para sa mga HR natin, as an HR, it would be also best, no, kapag sinabi natin na, hey, sir, or the top management, I think we have a solution. How can we address yung financial wellness ng mga employees natin, no? So those are the things that we would like to answer for this webinar or for this free live webinar natin for today, no? So again, to start things off, let me first introduce, no, yung speaker natin, no, to do the welcome remarks for this webinar. So let me introduce the president and founder of Higher Business Solution, Mr. Carl Edison Andrade. Carl, good morning, good morning.
Good
Ay, good,
morning, Sir
good
Alan.
afternoon.
Good
Apologies, no.
afternoon.
Nasanay na ako ng
Good
good
afternoon
morning,
po.
no. Every
Good
time we're
afternoon po sa
doing
lahat.
the good afternoon, yeah.
Thank you po, Sir Alan. And welcome po sa lahat. And we're all hoping that we can provide you the right solution or the right knowledge and information. How does an instant financial assistance can be very beneficial to employees? And welcome po again. And thank you, Sir Alan, for that introduction.
All right. Yeah, sige, thank you. So, before we start, no, maybe let's do a house rules, no? A few house rules lang, no. I think I've skipped that one. Apologies about that. Siguro let's do a few house rules lang, no. So basically, when we're doing this live webinar, normally we ask or we request sa audience natin, we are on a silent mode or basically yung listeners mode only, no. Again, this is to make sure that we are attentively listening to our guest speakers, no? And then at the same time, syempre we wanted to make sure that we all have a mind share, no, when it comes to the important information that we're going to share with you, no? And then if in case, no, that you will have any questions or maybe you would like to ask question via turning on your microphone, maybe later we're gonna activate that one, or maybe you can also make use of the chat box that we have, no? So for now, if I may request po sa audience natin, so naka-silent mode lang po muna tayo and then or listening mode, no? And I wanna make sure lang po na we are all listening to our guest speakers, no? So basically that's the sum of our house rules lang for today. Okay? Sige, sige. All right, sige. Let me give the floor, no, or let me introduce again our guest speaker, our speaker for today. Welcome to do the welcome remarks, si Mr. Carl Andrade. Carl, yep, good
Yes po.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon again. Good afternoon, Sir Alan, and good afternoon po sa lahat. And welcome po sa live webinar natin, and thank you for attending. And again, I hope we can deliver you a very valuable information after this 1.5 hour or roughly 1 hour webinar. Okay. Yep. Next slide, Kim. So start na po tayo. Basically, introduce ko lang po si Hire Payroll since as we experienced, different companies here in the Philippines has different policies in terms of timekeeping and payroll. So ang nangyayari, payroll system vendors offers basic payroll system na kailangan ng another development just to support our basic requirements which will be additional charges to our company that they call customizations. So uh, so we develop Hire Payroll, the very first fully configurable cloud-based payroll system dito sa Pilipinas that can support various policies from different industries and the future-proof system since we can configure anything on your end if you have any company amendments in the future. And meron siyang add-ons na employee self-service where your employees can file for their overtime, leave, official businesses, and check their timekeeping and payroll information like leave balances and pay slips through their phone, laptop, tablet, or any device. So just a brief overview about Hire Payroll works. On yeah. So this is the basic process of how Hire Payroll, and this is Hire Payroll, how Hire Payroll works. Basically, same with your current operations, i-automate lang natin with the help of higher technologies. From the biometric devices, automatically it will be synced to higher payroll every time na merong magka-punch in and magka-punch out. And through employee self-service, they can check their DTRs if may mga butas since may mga chances pa rin nakakalimutan ni employee mag-time in or mag-time out. So they can file for their time lag filing, leave filing, overtime, official businesses, and their supervisors also has an account for them to approve their subordinates filing. Since na-delegate na natin yung mga uh, responsibility ng mga filings and sa supervisors and mga approval, you can now easily process timekeeping, calculate payroll, and generate different reports like registers, bank transmittal, if true bank yung disbursement nyo, up to government and company reports like 1601C, 2316 Alpha List, and other reports. So, papakita ko lang po yung brief overview ng actual system. Ako na po yung mag-present. Yan, share lang ako ng screen. Share screen. So just a brief overview, and I think some of our attendees is user na ni Hire Payroll. So para po sa mga viewers or attendees natin na wala pang idea kay Hire or never pa nagkaroon ng presentation yung ang team namin through your company to your companies. As mentioned, ito po si Hire Payroll, a cloud-based payroll system. So different access po yung employee self-service. Binibigyan din natin ng credentials yung mga employees natin para magkaroon sila ng power to have their own tool na makapag-file ng mga OT, leave, and to their supervisors na makapag-approve through their phone, laptop, or tablet, any device. So focus po muna tayo kay Hire Payroll. As mentioned, si Hire Payroll has different credentials, has different account for different users. So basically, after logging in ni HR or ni admin, login. So, balik ako kay HR. So not like any other cloud-based payroll system na nakahiwalay yung timekeeping, nakahiwalay yung payroll, nakahiwalay ulit yung kailangan nyo na mag-log out and mag-log into different system para makapag-generate ng different reports. Hire Payroll is an all-in-one solution since si Hire po has an employee management for the HR part, timekeeping, payroll processing, up to generating different reports from government and company. But the real advantage of Hire Payroll is meron po tayong various setup dito. Various setup where we can configure all your policies in terms of timekeeping and payroll. Medyo marami siya since yung gusto po kasi ni Hire is si system yung mag-a-adapt sa kung ano yung company policy, hindi yung si company nag-a-adjust sa kung ano lang yung limitations ng system. So basically, that's how Hire Payroll works. It's an all-in-one system for the HRs. And meron tayong add-ons na employee self-service. As an employee, magkakaroon din tayo ng different credentials. After logging in, makikita na po ni employee yung dashboard niya. For your employees to have an easy access para makapag-file ng different filings like mga change shift, leave, official businesses, and an instant queries masasagot like yung mga DTRs nila, leave balances nila, in an instant malalaman na agad nila kung ilan pa ba yung SL or ilan pa ba yung VL nila. And yung mga records like mga ongoing loans, ilan pa ba yung balance, in an instant makakapag-generate po sila ng mga payslips on their own. And pwede nilang i-print. So basically, that's how Hire Payroll works from the admin side, which is the very configurable payroll system. And then add-ons para sa mga employees para ma-delegate natin or magbigyan sila ng power para makapag-file and makapag-approve on their own. Yan. So I will just now stop my sharing. Balik. Yeah, so basically, that's how Hire Payroll works. And kung meron po kayo mga other questions regarding regarding the product, you can just shoot us an email para makapag-present po kami on a one-on-one with your HR team.
Yep, that's great. That's great to hear, Carl. Yeah, thank you, Carlo. Again, what I love about Hire, for the longest time na naging partner kami ni Hire is that basically it's the flexibility of the solution, no? Unlike other HRIS or unlike other system that we have encountered or we have got feedback sa mga other HR people is that yung flexibility talaga nangingibabaw, no? Those are the comments and feedbacks na parang, hey, I'm so amazed kasi the system adapts doon sa current situation namin or sa current setup namin. And true enough, no, showing yung pinakita ni Carl, an overview. So that's just a glimpse, no? Para sa mga hindi pa natin user ng Hire sa audience natin, that's just a glimpse. And if you would like to know more, and maybe if you would like to yung masagot yung tanong na paano kaya yung ano, yung unique kasi yung process namin eh. can Hire adapt to that kind of process? No, I'm pretty sure, or pretty confident that we can address that one. No? So, Carl, thank you for that very brief introduction mo with Hire. And moving forward, no, for our webinar right now is that I'm very excited, no, kasi aside from dealing, or aside from talking about the this technology about HRIS, and part of this webinar is a huge announcement, no. There is going to be a huge partnership, no, of Hire and another, no, another partner that can help naman yung employees financial wellness natin, no. So let me do the announcement, no, for this one. So next slide, please.
Yeah.
All right. So in terms of the partnership, no, so we are very, very happy and we are very excited to announce that there has been a partnership, no, that happened, no, between Hire and Clo, or Quick Loans Online. And to do that, no, let me introduce our next guest speaker for today, no. So our next guest speaker is the Vice President of Clo, Ma'am Mary Ann Okendo. Ma'am Ruth, Ma'am Ruth Okendo, Mary Ruth Okendo. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? Naka-mute po kayo, ma'am.
Hi, Alan. Thank you very much.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alan.
All right, yeah. Sige na.
May I ask the assistants, please, of here to share my slides? Okay, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant afternoon to all of you. Let me start by thanking Hire Business Solutions Inc. for choosing Clo or Quick Loans Online to be your partner in providing holistic solutions to your client HR needs. Okay, next. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know how COVID has impacted our workplace. Due to COVID, many employers and HR practitioners were compelled to take on additional tasks and responsibilities. Recent events have also magnified the importance of looking after the financial wellness of our personnel. Hence, the need to provide the program to help employees cope in times of emergency and uncertainties. Next. In the survey study conducted by Milio Insight in 2021, they were able to identify that the top cause of stress among Filipino employees is monetary matters, therefore adversely affected their financial well-being. Though financial fitness is just one component of one's total well-being, if not managed well, it may negatively affect the other components of wellness, such as, next, okay, physical wellness. Okay, so that's a time when you would hear yung mga empleyado nyo complaining about not being able to sleep, having migraine, insomnia, diba? Or all sorts of body ache, masakit ang batok, masakit ang tiyan. Okay, next. There's also the emotional wellness that's affected. So people that are financially distressed tend to become more agitated or easily agitated. They become more sensitive also. Next. The next one is social wellness. Okay, it affects relationship with the family, with the relatives and friends. Bakit? Dalawa lang po ito. Either the employee ang iiwasan ng kanyang mga kamag-anak at kaibigan dahil alam nila uutangan na naman sila, or the employee himself will be the one running away from the relatives and friends kasi nahihirapan siyang magbayad ng utang. Okay? And lastly, next. Okay? Last but not the least would be occupational wellness, which affects the career and the performance at work. So, yes, people, your employees' financial worries is not just a personal matter. Financial distress also affects our workplace and business. Next. Because of these financial concerns, our personnel um are most likely, sorry, because of financial stress, a study conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers was able to establish that employees that are financially distressed are twice more likely to go on sick leave, even if they're not ill. Okay? They are also not focused at work. Okay? So, ayun yung sinasabing physically there but mentally elsewhere because they're often occupied thinking where to source the funds for their needs. Okay? And because of this, productivity and output is adversely affected, which may result to decline in companies' productivity and revenue. Next. So why are Filipinos financially distressed? Okay. According to PSA, okay, in the study that they did in 2021, wage and salaries continue to be the main source of income for Filipino households. Okay. It Okay, it showed that the average household income per month in the Philippines is only at 25,000 pesos, while their average expenditure is at 19,000. So, this leaves the Filipino family 6,000 pesos a month as average savings or reserve funds. But this reserve fund is not for long-term savings. It is actually for unforeseen expenses. Okay? And note that this 6,000 pesos a month for unforeseen expenses or emergency fund is for a household with 4 members. So this only shows that Filipino families are not financially equipped to handle crisis or unexpected life-changing events. Next. The study of PSA is actually consistent with the report of BSP for 2021. In the report of BSP, they were able to identify that 69% of the Filipino depositors have an average daily balance of 5,000 pesos and below. So take note, 5,000 pesos is the maximum amount. So the 69% includes depositors with less than 1,000 pesos ADB. Hence, this further confirms that many Filipinos are indeed not financially prepared for uncertainties. Next. Now, let's take a look how our employees spend their wages and salary. Per PSA, almost half of the salary or the household income goes to food expenditure. Next would be utilities and living expenses at 25%. So that would cover housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuel expenses. 7.3 are spent on insurance and miscellaneous. So miscellaneous would be communications, internet, and other bills to be paid. 5.7% is for transportation. So based on 25,000 average income, that's 1,425 pesos a month. Note that only 3.3% of the family income goes to health. So again, if the average family income is 25,000 pesos, this translates to an average amount of 825 pesos a month for a family of 4. So kagaya niyan, kung magka-COVID kayo lahat sa bahay, kahit mild pa siya, they only have 825,000 a month for their check-up, for their RT-PCR, antigen test, and for their medicines. So clearly, it is not enough. So what about education? Next. So Filipinos value education. So in the study of PSA, 3.2% of the household income are channeled to education. So again, if we will translate this to 2 pesos, 3.2% would be 800 pesos a month for a family with at least 2 children. So again, kulang talaga. But in the Philippines, it's not enough that we just provide education. We always want the best education for our kids. And good education is not cheap. So how are Filipinos able to cover the cost of good education? Next. In a study conducted by UNESCO in 2021, they identified that 36% of the Filipino households borrow money to send their children to schools. Note that Philippines had the highest percentage of families borrowing money for their children's education compared to other countries. So, what about the other basic needs? Next. In Klo, or Quick Loans Online, we gathered the reasons why employees are availing of our salary loan program. As you can see, the top 5 reasons are health and medical, followed by education, next, utilities and bills, next, emergency and life events, and then fifth, for house repair and construction. So as you can see, the reasons are mainly to provide or cover the basic needs of their families. Next. Sino ngayon ang nangungutang? Sino ba sa mga empleyado natin ang makaka-appreciate ng loan window program? Okay? Or not necessarily a loan window program or a financial wellness program. Okay, as you can see here, 71% are staff, 16% managers, 10% supervisors, 3% executive. So as you can see, the percentage or the size of borrowers is almost directly proportionate to the number of headcount per position level. Okay, 71% are staff because in a company there are definitely more rank and file than managers and executive. Simply put, okay, everyone, regardless of position, appreciate the value of a financial wellness program. Okay, next. So how can we address now the need for a financial wellness program for your company? Number 1 is to launch a financial wellness program. Not just a financial wellness program, but a holistic wellness program. Next, please. Next. Okay, so you can say it's holistic if you can provide financial literacy. So teach your employees how to spend wisely, how to save and invest for the future. Okay, provide financial planning tools. So you can provide them with calculators so they can monitor their income and expenditure. Part of equipping your employees is also teaching them livelihood skills that in this way they can put up home-based businesses that can augment their family income. Next. Next. Okay. Second is to revisit your employee benefit plan. An attractive compensation package can help companies retain and motivate its employees to perform well. It is also a tool to attract the best talents in the market. Okay. Sometimes, not sometimes, most companies actually offer recognition and plaques. They're actually good. It's a way to recognize the contribution of your top performing employees. But keep in mind that these plaques and certificates cannot be used by your employees to pay their bills and family needs. Okay, so consider also providing merit increases or probably productivity bonuses. Okay. And third, next. Okay. Next, the third one, okay. The third one is to provide sorry, okay. I'm still in number two. Okay. Another is to provide a compassionate capital for your employees' emergency needs. So ano yung compassionate capital? So basically, ibig sabihin, you set aside a portion of your resources and capital for your employees' needs in times of emergency. So this may be in the form of a loan window, cash advance, or a dole out. Okay. And the third is to find a partner, a reputable one and a trusted one to help you achieve these goals. So why is number three relevant? Okay, why? One and two are good options, but one and two would require some funding. And given this time, it may be challenging to justify to management. The second option is also good, but again, this means that the company should be willing to take on unnecessary credit risk. So if one and two is something that would be challenging for you to achieve, the third option is something that you should consider. And for this, we highly recommend that you consider Clo or Quick Loans Online. Fortunately, Clo will soon become available to the platform of Hire. To Hire, Clo will take away from you the burden of providing support and solution to your employees' urgent financial needs. Okay, next. So having said that, please allow me to formally introduce our salary loan product, Clo or Quick Loans Online. So Clo is a cost-free, risk-free, worry-free, and hassle-free salary loan program for your employees. Cost-free, why? It's cost-free because Clo will fully fund your salary loan program, no matter how small or big your company is. Okay? And if you are already a premium partner of Hire, this added service will become accessible to you free of charge. Okay? Risk-free because the loan program will shield your company from any unnecessary credit risk exposure because Clo will be the one funding it for you. Okay? So if the employee will not pay, it's not the company that will take on the risk. Okay. Third, it's worry-free because employers will not act as guarantors. Because in case of resignation and the last pay of the employee is not sufficient to cover the remaining outstanding obligation, Clo will deal directly with the separated employee. And lastly, hassle-free. Clo salary loan program in Hire's platform require minimal intervention from your HR. Our process is paperless and almost fully automated. Next. Okay. So why is Clo good for your company? Okay. Why? By partnering with Hire and Clo, you'll be able to provide additional benefit to your employee without any additional cost. Next. As I've said, this will shield the company from unnecessary credit risk. Okay. And because we're funding it for you, you can channel more resources to your core business. Next. Clo is also a good instrument for your employee engagement and retention program. Okay? Employees stay in the company and become more committed to the company when they see that the employers are looking after not only their productivity but also after their total well-being. Next. Clo can also provide financial peace of mind for your employees. Therefore, they remain focused at work and therefore you will be able to maximize their productivity. Next. For your employees, They will also appreciate Clo. Okay, why? Because in case of emergency, there is somebody or a facility that they can immediately turn to. Okay? Marami pong lending platforms outside that you can download in your cell phones, but the rates are very high. So please, as HR practitioners, I enjoin you to protect your employee from these loan sharks. Okay? So how do you do that? By providing them an affordable alternative, which is Glow. Next. Okay. This this program is also very reliable for your employees. Why? Because we have an almost 100% approval rate. Okay? Maraming nagte-text, get a loan from this bank. But when you apply, yes, mababang mababa, almost wala pang 1% ang interest rate. But if you have a negative credit history, they will decline your loan application. Kahit sila pa tumawag sa iyo nung una, but when they see that you have a negative credit history, your loan application will be turned down. There are also fintech companies that may accommodate you, but they will penalize your employee with higher interest rate. Eh, ang question ko po, di ba this is an employee benefit program? So therefore, your employees or your program should be shielded from factors that are not work-related. Next. We are easy to access and pay. Very easy to access. We are available online through Hier's platform. We also release the fund to your payroll ATM account. So wala na hong check na i-claim at i-encash. And payment is very convenient because it will be done through salary deduction. Next. We also have a quick turnaround time. Okay. Not all lenders can do this. Clo is one of the very few lending platform that can release immediately. So in case of Clo, we release the funds within one banking day. Okay. Others would process your salary loan for at least 3 days or even longer. Next. Okay. So with that, okay, Clo is an affordable and convenient way to address your employees' financial well-being and to provide additional benefit without cost and any risk to your company. So ladies and gentlemen, if your company is still funding and managing your own salary loan program, let Hier and Clo fund and administer this for you. This way, your company can invest more resources to more income-generating endeavors. However, if you already have another salary loan service provider, let Clo complement your existing salary loan program. But if you don't have a salary loan window yet for your employees, now is a good time to talk to Clo and Hier. Now is the time to immediately improve your employee benefit program without additional cost to your company. With this, I would like to invite everyone to please get in touch with Hier to find out how you and your employees can start enjoying the fruits of this wonderful partnership. Next. So should you want to know more about Clo, you may also visit our website at www.clo.com.ph. Okay, we are also in Facebook and in LinkedIn. Okay, next. So let me end my slide by sharing a quote from Richard Branson. Mr. Branson is a British billionaire. He founded Virgin Group, which has over 400 companies in various fields. According to Mr. Branson, take care of your employees and they will take care of your business. It's as simple as that. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Ma'am Ruth. No, again, that was a great presentation, and well, at the same time, you've shared very very valuable information, no? In terms of yung impact with regards to the business, no, what really happens with the employees right now, no. There are really underlying challenges and problems, no, when it comes to financial literacy and financial wellness of the employees, no. So right now, I'm pretty sure na some of our audience right now here are very curious, no, how does it look, no, in terms of yung in terms of higher Clo inside higher system, no. So I will now be giving the floor, no, to am I right, kay Carl na for the
Yes
short
po.
demo of the loan module inside the higher payroll.
Yes po, Sir Alan. Pero before po ako mag-proceed dun sa actual ah, interface ni Flow inside Hire, just a brief overview how loan application, meron lang po tayong mga guide from first, kailangan po, kahit po hire client tayo, nakasubscribe tayo kay Hire Payroll, yung mga employees po natin is limited to regular employees pa lang. So, yung mga pwede lang po makapag-avail ng Flow loan is yung mga regular employees with no pending resignation, no suspension or separation, and not of deployment, floating, or prolonged leave. The second requirement po is yung mga government or mga docs like company ID, scan copy lang naman po siya. COE, government ID, latest payslips, and yung mga scan copies. And itong mga doon naman po is nasa loob na naman ng hire. So for example, kay payslips, in an instant, makakapag-generate naman sila sa self-service. Generate na sila ng 2 payslips nila, yung previous payslip. Then, upload dun sa, sa ESS. Napapakita ko mamaya. Third requirement is meron po tayong minimum loan amount which is 10,000 pesos and maximum of 100,000 pesos. And meron po tayong one-time processing fee which is and monthly interest which is 2.5%. Yeah. And meron po akong sample para mas maintindihan natin how this will work. So for example, ako po as an employee, meron akong niloan na 10,000 pesos for 6 months. So for example, from September 8, 2022 or kahapon, tama kahapon, yung magiging formula po ni Clo sa loob ng hire is meron po tayong magiging processing fee na which is just 250 pesos. Which is magiging net loan proceeds po natin is 9,750. Then the monthly interest is just 250 pesos per month. So basically, yung magiging total interest payable is 1,500. And yung total outstanding balance will be 11,500. And yung amortization per cut-off for our semi-monthly employees, yung semi-monthly, ibig sabihin yun po yung twice a month yung payroll. So, ang mangyayari lang po is 1,916.66, which will be automatically deducted since meron po tayong loan facility, loan management sa loob ni Hire Payroll. Pero yung magiging first payment po nun is yung sa September 30. So, hindi po siya papasok dun sa first payout since hindi pa po hindi para mas ma-enjoy ni employee na yung financial assistance sa kanya. And yung magiging last payment is February 15. Yeah. So mag-share lang po ako ng screen, papakita ko lang kung ano po yung magiging itsura or interface ni Clo inside Hire Payroll. Yeah. So basically, sa mga clients na ni Hire or nakasubscribe na kay Hire Payroll, may mga na-experience na po nila how employee self-service of Hire works. So basically, this is the dashboard. So makikita niyo yung profile, etc. Andito po siya sa under ng filings. So magkakaroon po kayo ng loan filing sa loob ni employee self-service. And sa loob po ng loan filing, may way po tayo para makapag-create ng different loan filings. Meron po tayo ditong company loan kung inaalaw ni company yung paglo-loan sa loob ng self-service or yung company loan. Pero kung hindi po available yung mga company loans to our employer, so we created a Clo loan inside self-service para in an instant, makakapag-file na tayo with just a few requirements. So, andito na po ilalagay natin kung magkano ba yung ilo-loan natin. So, minimum is 10,000, maximum is 100,000, and yung terms from 3 months, choice natin kung up to gusto natin isagad na 12 months para hindi ganun kabigat yung magiging amortization. And yung purpose ng loan, for example, for medical purposes, or depende po sa inyo kung ano yung pinaka-specific purpose ng loan nyo. Kailangan po detailed to, as kung paano natin siya gagawing mas detailed pa para mas maintindihan agad ni Chloe, since meron po tong approval from Chloe admin. And after ma-fill out yung information, kailangan nyo na lang pong i-upload yung mga requirements na nabanggit ko kanina, which is yung company ID, COE, government ID, yung first and second payslip, and yung scan signature. So yung COE and mga payslips, pwede nyo naman po ma-generate yun dito sa loob ng Hier Payroll. So basically, ganun lang po siya kadali. In an instant, magkakaroon na po ng access yung mga employees natin through requesting sa quick financial assistance for Chloe. And ganun lang po siya. Yeah. So that's it. So yun po, Sir Alan. So basically, ganun lang po nag-work yung add-ons natin or enhancement natin kay Hire ESS para sa mga employees ng current clients. And for future clients, so same lang din naman po yun. Ganun din po yung makikita nila. Very easy and very quick, makakapag-file na yung mga employees nila ng instant or quick financial assistance.
Again, that's great to see, no? In terms of convenience, no, and access to the loan, no, for access to Clo using the platform of Hire, no. Napakadali, no. So as you can see, pinakita nga sa atin ni Carl na it's
Yes
so
po.
easy, and then at the same time, yung pinakita din sa atin ni Ma'am Ruth in terms of yung processing nila, it's very very convenient, it's very very fast, no. So
Sobra po.
it can help a lot of employees, and then at the same time it can help a lot of HR, no. Kaya napakagandang partnership tong pinapakita natin sa
Yes
ating
po.
audience right now.
Kahit ako rin po, Sir Alan, personally, as an experienced payroll system dito sa Pilipinas, payroll system industry, na-amaze din ako dun sa nangyaring partnership, since as per my experience, sobrang minimal nung may ganong solution na through HRIS payroll system. Meron pang add-ons na for the employees para magkaroon sila ng instant financial assistance. Since yung nga mga nabanggit ni Ms. Ruth kanina, na-realize ko rin, exact lahat yung nangyari. Sobrang valuable niya kung paano ba gumagalaw yung salary ng employee every month. So, ngayon ko lang din siya na-realize, nakapokus kasi ako for the past 10 years sa payroll system, paano ma-automate. Ngayon ko lang na-realize kung ganun pala yung exact na nangyayari sa every payout, every disbursement ng mga employees, every cut-off.
That's great. And ako, also just to add, no, I've done a webinar, a free webinar about employee engagement, and it made a lot of sense nung inexplain ni Ma'am Ruth sa atin
Exactly po.
yung alam mo yon, hindi natin alam yung underlying problem pala ng isang
Tama.
employee, and part of it is really financial, lalong-lalo na ngayon. I mean, inflation is very high. I think
Exactly po.
record high ngayon, nasa 57 na tayo, and it makes a lot of sense. Kaya napakalaking tulong netong Clo and Higher partnership that we have, no. And I think,
Tama.
Carl, no, we have a question here dito sa chat box, if I may, no, dito sa ano natin sa Q&A, since we're very nearing na rin naman sa Q&A. This question is from David Zaldua. No, is there also a facility in the ESS to see a reportorial of the payment status of the loans of the employees? So
Gets.
I think ESS siya. Yeah.
Yes po. Yes po, meron din po siyang facility kung paano, para po makita niyo yung loan ledger, yung mga payments nyo, every cut-off, every payroll, every disbursement, kung magkano binabayad nyo, and magkano na lang yung balance. hindi lang po yung Clo loan yung merong facility si ano si Hire ESS. So meron din po tayo dong loan ledger para sa lahat ng loans nyo. SS salary loan, pag-ibig loan. So part na rin, andun na rin po yung Clo loan. So basically to answer your question, yes po, meron po tayong facility para ma-check nyo or ma-monitor yung galaw ng payments nyo with loan ledger.
Agree, no? That's great, no? Yeah. So nag-acknowledge na si Sir David. So thank you daw for answering that, Carl, no? Again, this is a great step to innovation in terms of helping talaga yung companies and then at the same time yung employees ng bawat companies right now, no?
Exactly po.
Exactly. Yeah. Sige. So next slide please. Yep. So I think this would you like to add more in here for the current subscribers of Hire? How do we get this new added feature? So
Okay po,
maybe
sure.
just to re-emphasize, Carl. Yeah.
Sige, for the current subscribers, and I think may nakikita po akong mga current subscribers na dito na attendees natin. So para po ma-avail ni company yung added feature, yung Clo loan feature on your employee's ESS account will be available after we onboarded you on Clo. So basically, just shoot us an email if interested kayo. We will send you a list of legal docs that we need to accomplish, amend our existing contract, and that's it. After that, your employees can now easily ask Clo for a quick assistance. Yeah. So ganun lang po siya.
Easy. Yep. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Carl. Yeah. Next slide, please. Yep. So I
Na,
think, Carl, this one.
Yes po. Ako na lang din po sagot. So, for attendees na hindi pa aware kay Hire Payroll, and kung meron po kayong uh, just na part of your head na I think we need to automate our payroll process since medyo hassle na, sobrang lakas na kumain ng effort and energy yung timekeeping in payroll natin. So meron po kaming two different package para sa inyo. So hindi lang po yung system yung flexible, ginawa rin po namin flexible yung packages natin. So nag-create po kami ng isang package which is yung Pro. 100 pesos per employee per month. Nakatingin lang po kami sa active employees. Ibig sabihin kung ilan lang po yung active employees nyo, for that exact specific month, yun lang po yung i-charge namin sa inyo. Part na po nun yung HRIS timekeeping in payroll. Pati po yung mga government and company reports na kailangan nyo every payout. Kung gusto nyo po na ma-enjoy yung system kasama yung self-service, which is para ma-delegate natin kay employees yung pagka-file nila ng mga OT, ng leave, pag-check ni supervisor ng mga filing sa subordinates nila, pag-check nila ng payslips on their own in an instant, magkakaroon sila ng mga answers sa mga queries nila like leave balances, mga loans nila, ongoing loans. And meron na po dong Clo Financial Assistance feature, which is yung premium po natin, which is just for 200 pesos per employee per month. Yeah. Pero clear ko lang po, ibig sabihin po namin yung 200 pesos per employee per month, active employees lang po siya on a prorated basis. So kung ano lang po yung exact consumption nyo sa system, yun lang po yung i-charge namin sa inyo. Wala po kaming bracketing para hindi masayang yung mga licenses. Yeah.
Great, great. Ako, again, I'm very, very happy with this one. No? With the addition of Glow, it puts more value, no? Sa halagang 200 pesos. I mean, imagine, you will have an convenient access in terms of doon nga sa helping our employees, no, financially, no? So, meron ka na the complete suite of the payroll and timekeeping, and then at the same time, just to solve yung manual process ninyo, and then yun nga, Clo is already added into this package. So this is a really great news, no, para sa audience natin right now.
So
Okay,
para po mas makapag-provide tayo ng valuable tool sa mga employees ng mga clients, ng mga employers.
great. Yeah. Sige. All right. So next slide, please. All right.
Yeah.
So I think we are now here dito sa pinaka-exciting part, no? So I think this is the part wherein we're gonna open the floor, no, para sa question and answer. If you would like to raise a question para sa mga guest speakers natin, kay Ma'am Ruth, and then at the same time kay Carl, this is the perfect time for you, no, to ask questions. So, if I may guide you lang po, guys, no. So, basically, on your right side, since we're using a Google Meets, no, makita ninyo merong square, triangle, and circle there. And then at the same time, there's a Q&A button in there. Maybe if you would like to ask question, you can ask your questions there or directly dun sa ano din. Just like what David did, no? If you have question. Yep.
Ayan.
Ayan, hello. Ayan.
Trinay
All
ko lang.
right. Sige. Okay, ito. I think Carl, no, we have a question here. I think it's anonymous yung nag-raise ng question. Pero let me read it, no, para at least so here's the question. If I'm already an existing client of Hire, will Clo loan window will be immediately accessible to us? So I think
Yes.
um
And
go ahead, Carl.
napansin ko rin po pala, add ko lang, nakita ko yung Q&A, meron pong checkbox dyan na post anonymously kung nahihiya po kayo na magtanong directly. So makikita ng lahat. Pero yun po, for that question, as mentioned kanina, para sa mga current subscribe na kay Hire Payroll, ma-enable po yung Glow Loan feature sa ESS account ng mga employees natin. Kailangan po muna nating ma-onboard si employer kay Glow. So basically, yun nga po, send kayo ng email sa amin sa support team or kay info@hirepayroll.com. Then, ibibigay po namin sa inyo yung list of requirements or documents na kailangan natin ma-accomplish since magkakaroon tayo ng amendment sa contract. Then, after that, so, i-enable na po siya in an instant, within 24 hours. So, after that, you can now enjoy your Flow feature for quick financial assistance.
Great. Yep. Sige. Thank you for that one, Carl, no? So here's another question. I think this is for Ma'am Ruth, no? Pero let me read it to, po, Ma'am Ruth. So we have tried in the past another loan service provider, and they either declined or subjected to a higher interest rate the loan application of our employee with a negative credit record. Is it the same with Glow? Ma'am, naka-mute po kayo, Ma'am Ruth.
Yes, thank you for that question. As mentioned earlier, our approval rate in Flow is almost at 100%. So it's purely based on your employment status. So if an employee has a negative credit history, that one will have no bearing in the approval rate of their loan application. And unlike other service provider, Flow is very transparent in our rates. Our rate is flat. Kanina po na-share kanina ni Carl yung the monthly interest rate. So that's applicable to all employees. We do not believe in depriving or penalizing employees for factors that are not work-related. So this is an employee benefit program. Therefore, it should be accessible and enjoyed by all valuable employees.
Thank you, Ma'am Ruth. Yep. Yeah, ito, we have another question po. This is regarding Clo. How long does it take to be accredited? And once accredited, how soon can our employees start availing of Clo?
Okay. This is related to the answer kanina of
Yeah.
Carl. As soon as you complete the submission of onboarding requirements to hire, give us at least a week. If there are no issues on the document, if there are probably questions, probably it would take about 2 weeks, so 1 to 2 weeks. So as soon as we are done with the review of the document, we can activate now the CLO facility in your employee's dashboard. So as soon as we activate that, your employees can immediately start applying for a loan in case of emergency lang ha. Kasi CLO was designed to address the emergency needs of your employees.
Great. Thank you, Ma'am Ruth, for that one, no? Yep, ito. We have another question. So I think this question could either be answered by Carl or Ma'am Ruth, no? Um, With the partnership of Hire and Glow, what are the benefits will HR can get from it? No, I think from aside from HR, also the employees, no, yung benefit na makukuha. Let me start off with Carl. Ano yung benefit na pwede nating deliver sa HR and employees natin with this partnership?
Yes po. Since as mentioned by Miss Ruth, yung mga presentation niya kanina, kung paano ba nadi-distribute yung salary ng mga employees. So basically or roughly, wala na natitirang savings. So kung kailangan natin ng mga emergency fund, wala tayong way kung mag-try pa tayo sa bangko or different loan facility or loan tools na may mga apps available online sa cellphone, mga mobile apps. So through partnership of Flow and Hire, we give additional value to employees of our clients. So para po in an instant, magkakaroon sila ng loan facility or instant financial assistance kung kailangan na ng mga employees nila. So yun po yung pinaka-benefit or nakita naming edge bakit nag-agree si Chloe and Hire na mag-join. Technically or bottom line is yung para makapagbigay ng financial assistance in an instant for the employees.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl. Ma'am Ruth, maybe some of your insight for this question po.
Okay. Okay, number one, for employee engagement. Okay. Lalo na ngayon, now that we're back to office, one of the challenges that HR now is facing is yung sinasabi ng mass resignation. Diba? Kasi po tumaas ang daming not unnecessary. There are additional expenses that everyone has now incurred because of COVID. For example po, before, Lysol and alcohol is not part of your day-to-day needs and expenses. You have a bottle of alcohol that would last you 4 months. If you have a bottle or a can of Lysol, hindi po nauubos yan in 1 to 2 days. Now, all of those things na bihira lang natin binibili, now they are part of our day-to-day needs. So, additional expenses are now incurred. And plus the inflation. Gasoline before the pandemic was about 36 pesos to 40. Now, it's 75 pesos. Question, tumaas po ba ang salary natin ng 36, 75? That's 100, almost 100% increase. Tumaas rin po ba ang salary natin ng by 100%? Diba? So naturally, those things, we would like to increase the salaries of our employees, but that is not possible all the time, di ba? A 100% increase to help them cope with the changes in the lifestyle, in the inflation rate, hindi po siya ganun kadali. So providing this loan window can help your employees in times of need. Employee engagement is improved. When employees, alam naman po natin lahat, anybody knows that COVID adversely affected not only the employees but also the companies. But if the employee sees that despite the economic difficulties, the situations in the business, the company continues to find ways to augment their employee benefit program, you are able to improve your employees' loyalty and commitment to your company. As we all know, diba, replacing new employees is another cost to the companies. Okay, so yun po, malaking tipid po. Plus, ano pang hahanapin nyo? You are able to add benefits to your employees at no cost and credit risk to your company. Lastly, there are a lot of loan windows. Not pala lastly, okay, second to the last. There are a lot of loan windows po dyan. In fact, to be honest, banks would aggressively offer also the salary loan product to the clients, not only to their bank clients, even for their non-clients. Pero po ito, this still requires submission of paper. So that's additional work for the HR. Okay, i-collate pa ni HR yung paper, i-review niya, isasubmit niya kay bank. And sometimes there are banks that would issue PDCs to be issued by the HR. That's additional burden to the HR. So CLO was designed to be able to allow companies to provide salary loan with minimal intervention. Syempre po, hindi naman aandar yan mag-isa. There's still some intervention from HR, but it's very, very minimal. Lastly, ito na po yung totoong last. This is a way to help employers to protect their employees from loan sharks and to help them protect the employees against themselves. Why po? I'll go back to the features that were shared by Carl earlier. Yung ating credit limit po, the credit limit, I saw a question here in the Q&A, baka mabaon po sa utang ang empleyado. So idudugtong ko na po yung sagot po dyan. As you can see, CLO was designed not to promote the culture of indebtedness, not to push employees to live beyond their means. CLO, the features of CLO or CLO product was designed to help employees in times of emergency. That's why our loan, the credit limit is very reasonable. While others would entice you na kami up to 4 times of your monthly salary, you can pay 36 months. What does it mean? Mababaon lang kayo sa utang. At 3 taon kayong baon sa utang, nagbabayad ng interest. The longer the loan term, the more interest your employees will pay. So in our case, the maximum amount is 1 month salary, and there's a minimum 10,000, but not over 100,000. So 1 month salary lang po. And then payment term is until 12 months para po makaalis ka agad sa pagkakautang ang mga empleyado. And then po, the system of flow is also designed para po one loan at a time para hindi siya mababaon sa utang. And part of our credit evaluation is to make sure that there's still enough and adequate take-home pay na maiiwan po sa empleyado after we apply the salary deduction of flow. So that's part of the parameters when we accommodate a loan. And then, as you can see po, andyan na po yung loan. Kanina, pinakita ko po sa inyo yung trending kanina. Bakit humihiram yung mga kliyente namin? So apparently, the design of the product was successful na to limit lang talaga the borrowings to emergency needs. Kaya makikita nyo kanina, the main reasons are medical, di ba? Top 5, medical, education, utilities, emergency, and ano pa ba yun? Lahat po ito, all of them are basic needs.
Great, great. Yeah, thank you Ma'am Ruth no for that one. And also syempre yun nga kinuha mo na rin yung key question in here na baka mabaon yung employees natin sa utang na. Pero again, ang key takeaway ko from that one, Ma'am Ruth, is really about financial literacy, yung pino-provide din ninyo. And then at the same time, unlike other loan sharks, no, ang laki-laki ng interest and
Hindi, unlike other, hindi kami kasama doon.
Oo, hindi yung yun nga ma'am, so yung napansin din namin sa iba na talaga ang lalaki and syempre it's a big burden talaga sa employee. And yours is really really talaga very unique, very convenient yung access, no, lalong-lalo na itong partnership ninyo with Hire, no. So Carl, yes, go ahead po.
It would be good also for employers to educate their employees kasi
Yeah.
there are ads you will see in your mobile na borrow ganito at ito lang ang interest mo. So people are enticed, but what they don't realize sometimes is that the interest rates are on a day-to-day basis or for 15 days only. Hindi po siya good for 1 month. So pag tinanslate mo siya, kunwari in 1 month, 2 months, ang taas ng interest rate. So kawawa po yung empleyado. So kailangan yung tingnan yan. Tapos there are also lending platforms that they may accommodate your employee. Pero po, kung ngayon po ang sweldo po ninyo is every 15th and 30th, today is September 7, pag umutang ka ngayon, sisingilin ka na ng September 15. In CLO, we give the employees a breather. We give the employees time to recover from the emergency needs. That's why sabi nga kanina Carl, the first deduction will happen a month later or on the second payroll date after the loan amount is released.
Then, next, on the third week of
Thank you, Ma'am Ruth. Yep. Sige po. I'll jump into the next question po. Thank you, Ma'am Ruth, for your insights, no? Ito, this question, maybe this is a question of how can a newbie or maybe someone who is not familiar with the technology, how can they introduce this to their organization, no? Maybe I'll start with you, Carl, no? If an HR na would like to position etong partnership ni Hire and Clow to their top management, maybe paano mo siya ipipitch, no? To the top management.
Basically, parang ang pinaka-question po is yung hindi parang mga employees nila na hindi familiar sa technology or not tech
Yes,
savvy, not tech
correct.
savvy employees.
Yeah.
So as I presented kanina, kung paano nangyayari kung paano gagawin ng employees through their phone, yung pagfa-file ng loan or pagre-request ng loan kay Clo, roughly 2 to 3 clicks lang naman po siya gagawin eh. So we can introduce easily to a non-tech savvy employees yung feature na yon.
Yeah. Agree. Ako, in a nutshell, no, being an advocacy with regards to technology, what you're really bringing in here is yung customer experience, no? Top-notch customer experience.
Yes po.
Easier access and then easier processing of the manual and tedious process of payroll and timekeeping po. Yes, Ma'am Ruth,
Yes.
you would like to add po?
I think that's good. I believe hire naman will be willing to roll this out to the employees if they
Yes,
need
yes.
to be coached on how to use it. This is also available mobile, the hire
Yes po.
platform.
Through phone or any device po, basta may internet connection yung device ni employee. Pero yun nga po, dagdag ko na rin, during implementation naman po or onboarding process namin to our clients, lahat kami rin po kasi nagkakandak ng training para sa mga employees how to maximize the tool. So
Okay.
nagkakaroon po tayo ng session with the employees kung paano i-maximize yung tool. Tsaka meron po kaming mga guide online, sa YouTube channel namin meron po mga video kung paano po nila gagamitin yung system. And pwede naman po kaming kontakin ng mga employees ng clients namin anytime para sa assistance.
Great. There's a question in here, Ma'am Ruth, no? Paano kapag nag-awol yung employee na may outstanding loan pa?
Okay. So pag nag-resign yung employee, whether with permission or AWOL, okay, first we have to be notified. Okay? Because system po ito, sabi namin ni Carl nga po, it's fully automated, almost fully automated. So if you do not notify hire and Clo, the assumption is that the employee is still reporting and receiving salary. So tatakbo yung system, okay? But so you have to notify hire and Clo that the employee has already tendered his resignation, has separated, so that we can tag in the system na stop na muna po yung bi-monthly deduction so that HR can start to process and compute the last pay of the employee. So ganun po, if the last pay, as I've said, is not sufficient to cover the outstanding obligation, then the remaining balance po will not be collected from the employer. Instead, we will go directly and deal directly with the separated employee.
Great. Thank you for that one, Ma'am Ruth, no? Ito, I think this is another question po na somewhat related. Paano po kapag nag-request yung employee na sa next cut-off na lang siya kaltasan? Pwede po ba yon?
Okay. Unfortunately, that is something that we cannot accommodate kasi po sabi nga po natin, 'di ba, para wala masyadong trabaho kay HR, everything is fully automated. So naka-program na po 'yan. If he chooses 6 months, the system will automatically schedule the payments within that 6-month period. So kailangan po talaga niyang bayaran. if in case sabihin ng empleyado na hindi po dapat by request, pero for example, naubusan ng leave credit sa empleyado at nadedaktan kasi leave without pay, ubos na yung leave credits niya. So, HR, when they remit the payment for that particular pay of cut-off, they have to indicate in that report or transmittal that employee X has insufficient income for the month. So yun, meron po tayong there's some penalty charges lang po to be incurred.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep. So for the last question, I think this question is for Carl for hire, no. So hello, confirm ko lang po kung wala ng ESS feature sa existing na
Okay, yes.
100 pesos per employee.
Matagal na po naming matagal na po naming packages yun eh. So yung currently, yung 100 pesos per employee per month po is for HR part only. From employee management, timekeeping, up to payroll, pati po yung pag-generate yun ng government and company reports. And yung 200 pesos per month po is andun po kasama yung employee self-service package, which is your employees can file for their OT, leave, check ng payslip, and add-ons is new feature, yung Clo loan natin. Meron din po akong isang question dito na I think para din kay Hire, which is why should I choose Hire and Clo as my go-to HR platform?
Yeah.
Sagutin ko na rin po siya. Same sa sinasabi natin sa mga previous webinars, Sir Alan, na hindi po natin nire-require yung mga HRs na mag-proceed kay Hire. So ang kailangan po nating malaman, ang kailangan nating magawa or ma-discuss is ibibigay nyo po sa amin yung requirements nyo, policies nyo in terms of timekeeping and payroll on our meetings. Siguro po after this webinar, kung tingin nyo, kailangan nyo na contact us and magkakaroon po tayo ng one-on-one meeting. And hindi po kami yung makakapagsabi kung ano yung tool na kailangan nyo. Kayo pa rin po yun. Ibibigay lang po namin kung ano yung kaya namin ma-solve and ano yung mga hindi. With an add-ons na meron na po tayong Clo feature, loan facility, and I think that's another decision making for the HRs.
If
Yeah.
I may add, Carl,
Sige po, go ahead.
okay, why should you partner with Hire and Clo? Okay. Kami po in Clo, we've been dealing with HR po. We've been working with many HR from different companies for many years now. What I liked about Hire from what I heard earlier is that they are very responsive because they're willing to customize their platform for their employees. Karamihan po kasi there's the standard, you have to fit in this template or in this platform. If you want something else, it will be difficult. They will charge you a significant amount. So I believe from what I heard from Carl, this is part of the regular service that they offer to their clients. In addition po, as I've said, we've been working, kami po si Chloe, we've been working because salary loan po to, so we cannot operate without the cooperation of the HR. We've been dealing with a lot of HR. There are many platform providers po for HR, but not all of them comes with a free salary loan facility.
Exactly.
So hindi po lahat. Okay, meron pong iba para tingnan po ninyo kung anong klaseng salary loan program ang ino-offer niya, because I will bet my tooth ano po dito. Our preposition po in Flow and in Hire is much better. Our payment terms are more flexible. Our interest rate and processing fee is one of the lowest, if not the lowest in the market.
Agree. And if I may add also, no, again, this is a steal. No, i-reiterate ko lang, this is already a steal package. Considering yun nga yung joint forces ni Chloe at ni Hire, no. So imagine you guys having a convenient access, no, for the payroll and timekeeping, and then at the same time doon sa salary loan na ino-offer ni Chloe. So 200 talagang sobrang steal na to sa inyo, no? Para sa audience
Yes.
natin.
And then, ano, Alan, ang alam ko kasi there are two other fintech
Mm.
salary loan providers that are also aggressive now. I'm telling you, Clo is your best option. Why? Option number one, I will not tell their names. Their payment terms are shorter. Their credit limit is much smaller. Their interest rate will sound parang cheaper, pero po actually, ang kunwari, halimbawa, sasabihin niya, may interest rate is, gayahin na lang natin si Chloe na 2.5. May interest rate is 2.5, but that 2.5 is immediately charged to you if you borrow now on September 15. Tayo po, we give your employees a breather. The other one, they will charge your employees with negative credit history with higher interest, monthly interest, as high as 3.5%.
Yes po.
Okay. So hindi po natin alam kung ano rin yung, although they said that these are the parameters that we follow to indicate the suitable interest rate. As HR, wouldn't you want to know kung ano ang naging basis doon sa 3.5% interest rate doon sa empleyado ninyo? So in this partnership, everything is transparent. Your employees, upon loan application, will immediately see in the dashboard of Hire magkano na yung kanyang monthly deduction, by monthly deduction, and even the schedule. So with that, this is really a good offer that I hope every one of you will at least explore. Okay, sabi ni Carl, you don't have to get it right away, but at least give Hire the chance, explore what they have to offer, and from there you can make an intelligent decision.
Great, great. Yep. Sige, time check lang po tayo, no? It's already 3:21, no? Again, all of our time are very very precious and valuable, no? Siguro if I may ask lang po yung dalawang speaker natin, we have two last question in here. I'll take it very quick lang para po masagot lang natin sila.
Sure
So,
po.
this one question is, pag may mag-loan po sa employees namin, kanino po namin i-remit yung loan and interest?
Gets. So ang mangyayaring process po nun is from your employer, isasama po ni hire sa bill nila monthly kung magkano po yung mga amortization ng lahat ng employees nyo per month. Then kasabay po nun yung pag-remit nyo kay hire. Then automatically kami na rin po yung magta-transfer nun kay Glow. So very convenient with no additional workload po from your accounting team since part na siya ng monthly billing natin with the hire. Yung second question po for hire system when po ma-disable ang existing ESS feature if ever na hindi mag-avail ng Flow. Gets. So yung mga existing clients po natin, existing subscribe kay hire, hindi po magdi-disable yung ESS natin kahit hindi niyo po i-avail yung Flow. So optional po sa inyo kung gusto niyo kung gusto niyo ma-enhance yung ESS account ng mga employees na magkakaroon sila ng instant financial assistance with Flow feature, ipapa-enable nyo lang po yun sa amin, just shoot us an email, then ibibigay po namin sa inyo yung next steps kung paano po siya mag-enable. And again, to summarize, hindi po madi-disable yung ESS ng mga employees nyo kung hindi mag-a-avail ng Flow.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. So again, thank you for answering po yung mga questions, Ma'am Ruth and Carl, ng audience natin. Again, it was really an interactive session. And syempre, we would like to hear talaga yung mga burning questions at the same time yung mga feedback, no, directly from the audience natin. So thank you din sa audience natin who threw those questions, no, to our guest speakers, no. So going back to our presentation, so we are nearing to the closing part of this free webinar. Yep, sige, let me close lang tong Q&A. Sige. Yep. So again, if you would like, no, to have a connect, or you would like to explore more and you would like to discuss more, no, you can contact us, no. Andito po yung mga contact details namin. Maybe you can take a picture of it para lang at least you guys can have an access directly to us, especially kina Hire. And I'm very very grateful, no, that you have attended, and we would like to thank you guys, no, for attending this our free webinar right now, which is yun nga yung it took us around 1 hour and 30 minutes, no. So thank you for your time, guys. And then at the same time, sa guest speakers po natin, Ma'am Ruth, maraming salamat po for your time. And then Carl, thank you for your time also.
Thank you po.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna do some uh, group picture. Tama po ba?
Pwede po.
Yeah, let's do a group picture. Yeah. And by the way, guys, no, for those who would like to request for an e-certificate of attendance, doon sa chat box po natin, there's a form that has been posted. Kindly click that link, no, that will drive you to a form para po maka-request kayo ng e-certificate of attendance, no? All right. Sige, let's do a group picture lang po. So who's gonna execute po for the group picture natin? All right, sige. All right. Who's gonna do the count? Si Matthew ba or si Angel?
Okay.
Sige pa.
Open cam na po.
All right. Best smile.
Okay. Start na po. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, isa pa po. Last na. 1, 2, 3, smile. Alright, thank you po.
All right. So again,
Thank you po.
thank you for your time, guys. No, again, we're looking forward, no, to have a discussion with you. And feel free lang po to shoot an email and like our Facebook pages, no. So thank you, guys. Have a
Thank you
nice
po. Thank you sa
day.
lahat. Thank you, Sir
Bye.
Alan. Thank you, Sir Matthew. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Miss Ruth.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you po.
Salamat.
Thank you, Ma'am Ruth. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Matthew.
Salamat. Ingat kayo.
Okay.
Thank you.